welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be walking you through how to make your very own crochet crop top. Joining us this week is Winston. I'm dog sitting him and he's just going to be probably chilling in the background there, taking a nice little nap for the rest of this intro here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know in order to make your very own crochet crop top, starting with what materials you're going to need, how to tell what size you should be making, what stitches you need to know, and then how to actually make and assemble your crochet top. Before we get started, I would just like to say if you enjoy this video or if you want to see more crochet tutorials from me, I post one every single week. Please go ahead and hit subscribe down below, like this video, share it, comment, whatever you're feeling. It really does help support me and my channel, and it lets me know that you're enjoying the crochet videos that I'm making. Also, if you are someone who prefers to work with a written pattern, I do have the pattern available for this top, as well as over 100 other crochet apparel patterns on my website, thecrocheting.com, which I will leave a link for in the description below. Depending on what size you're going to make, you are going to need anywhere from 150 to 350 yards of a category 4 weight cotton yarn. I will link in the description below this particular yarn that I'm using, as well as a 3.5mm crochet hook, an optional stitch marker, and a tapestry needle. I will link those as well in the description for you. To determine how much yarn you're going to need, as well as what size you should be following, please refer to the sizing chart in the description and figure out what size you're going to need to follow based on the measurements provided. Where the stitch counts change for each size throughout the pattern, I'm going to indicate like this in the video's subtitles, and you can go ahead and find the number that corresponds to the size that you're making and just follow along with that particular number at that part of the pattern. Also in the description, you'll be able to find every single stitch that you'll need to know how to make in order to complete this top. Now that we have our materials, we know what size we're going to be making, and we know what stitches we need to know how to make, we can go ahead and get started making the top. So the first step for making this crochet top is to make 2 of the cups. I've already made the first one, so I'm just going to show you how you would go about making both of these cups. So I'm going to start with a chain, and depending on what size you're making, this initial chain is going to be different for you, but just look to the corresponding size right here and determine what length chain you need to make. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, so I need 2 more since I'm making a size small. And then I'm just going to turn and single crochet in the second chain from my hook, and then I'm going to single crochet in each chain across. Now I'm going to chain 1. We're not going to count that as a stitch though, so I'm going to go ahead and single crochet directly into the same spot there, and then I'm going to single crochet across each stitch. Now I've single crocheted across, but instead of starting the new round, I'm going to turn to this side over here, and in the side of that single crochet, I'm going to make 1 single crochet, 1 chain, which we're not going to count as a stitch, another single crochet, another chain, which we're not counting, and then 1 final single crochet. So into that side stitch here, there are 3 single crochets and 2 chains total, and we're not going to bother counting those chains. We're not going to work into them in the following round. They're just going to give us a little bit more definition to the top of the cup. And now once we've completed that step, we're going to turn to the underneath side here of the first round of single crochets, and we're just going to single crochet across to the other side. And so once we've completed these single crochets and arrive back at the bottom of the cup, we will have completed round 2. Starting off with our round 3 here, I'm just going to chain 1, which we're not counting, and then single crochet in the next stitch and in each stitch across. Now this round is going to be the same for every single round thereafter. I'm going to repeat this round a total of 10 times since I'm making a size small, but you should repeat it for however many times your size that you're following indicates that you should make it. All right, so arriving at this 3 single crochet 2 chain group from the previous round, I can go ahead and spot the centermost single crochet is right here. So what I'm going to do is just work 1 single crochet into the first single crochet, and then in that middle single crochet right here, I can go ahead and make the same group again. So that's a single crochet, a chain, a single crochet, a chain, and then a single crochet. And then this is the last of the 3 single crochets in that group from the previous round. Go ahead and make a single crochet into there, and then I can just continue on with a single crochet in each single crochet stitch across to the other side. So again, I'm going to repeat this round 10 more times because I'm making a size small. You can see here however many times you need to repeat it, you can go ahead and do so. And a good rule of thumb is just to make sure that if you hold this cup up to your chest, that it is giving you the amount of coverage that you want. So this is what it will look like after I make a total of 10 rounds. And then we can go ahead and get started on the rest of the top once these 2 are made. I finished making both of the top cups, and I want to also point out that as an option, you can go ahead and single crochet just across the edges of your previous rounds once you're done. Just helps to clean it up a little bit, but definitely not an essential step there. So now what you're going to do is line up your cups so that they are completely touching one another on all borders, and then you'll just slip stitch into the corresponding stitch on the opposite side of the cup, and then you'll just continue to slip stitch through both of the cups here for a total of 5 stitches connected. And if you are making one of the larger sizes, so I would say maybe large through extra large, you might want to increase this to 7 stitches just to give it a little bit more support. And so I'm going to go ahead and fasten off here, and then we can go and get started making the body of the shirt. For the 2 top straps, I'm just going to make a chain here I've done of 70 stitches. You can choose to make more if you'd like a longer top strap, and I'm just going to slip stitch into the centermost point of the tip of the cup, fasten off, and then weave in these ends just like that, and repeat this obviously for the other side of the cup. Start off the top base. We're going to slip stitch here into the corner of either cup, there we go, and then I'm going to be chaining 55 because that is the size of chain that I need for the size small, but you will need to make whatever size chain is indicated based on the size you're making. And so I'm going to go ahead and make a chain of 55 for this top. Now that we have our chain complete, I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch to the opposite corner on the other cup, and then I'm just going to chain 1, which will count as our first single crochet, and I'm simply going to single crochet in each stitch around both cups and this super long chain that we've just made until I arrive back at my original first single crochet stitch here. So simply just 1 single crochet in each stitch around. I've just finished single crocheting in each stitch around, so now what I'm going to do is stitch mark the last stitch of the round. This is an optional step. You could just remember that it's the corner of this cup, but you know, it helps to keep track of that, so I'm gonna keep a stitch marker there. And then for the next 20 rounds, or however long you want the top to be, you're really just going to be single crocheting in each stitch round. For me, 20 rounds is going to be the perfect length, but if you like a longer top, you can continue to just repeat this round over and over again to get the length that you're looking for. So I will go ahead and show you what this looks like when all of the rounds are complete. Okay, I have finished with my 20 rounds, so I'm going to now just slip stitch into the next stitch to kind of even out this row. I'm going to fasten off and pull through and weave in that end along with any other ends that I spot. This is what it looks like. This is the back, and here is the front of the top. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this tutorial, please go ahead and like this video, leave me a comment, share the video. It really means a lot to me to see all of your support. Please don't forget to check out my website, thecrocheting.com, where I have over 100 of my crochet apparel designs available. And if you use the code YouTube10, you'll be able to save 10% off on any order. If you did make this top, I would love to see how it turned out. Please tag me in any photos you take on Instagram at crocheting. I'm also on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, everything. So however you want to share me that photo, I would love to see how your work turned out. Well, that just about does it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!